Hello there. Wow, it's incredible. Another year has gone by. So many familiar faces, so many new faces. It's incredible. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's my privilege to wrap you guys up for Optimove Connect 2017. And what can I say? I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted. There's only so much the small brain of mine can absorb, and there's been tons of information, so many amazing people to meet, so many stories to hear. And I'm just really glad that you've all had a chance to be a part of it, and I'm personally really happy that I had the opportunity to also be a part of it. So, if the clicker works for me, there we go. Hopefully we've managed to convince you of at least one thing in the last couple of days, which is that the future of marketing is all about relationships. And I think that ultimately that's what we're all aspiring to do, right? We're sick of having these fleeting, meaningless flings with our customers. We really want to have something deeper. Hopefully they don't end in divorce, Penny, but hopefully something a bit more meaningful with our customers. So these relationships are critical to really progressing as businesses and standing out from the crowd. And in case you wanted to know the answer to our Mit's question from this morning, what is the secret to a long-term relationship? Well, obviously it's flowers, gentlemen, ladies, and of course Optimove. You can't really have one without the other. And I think the most important thing to remember is that both these things symbolize meaningful communication. Talking to people around you about things they care about, things they love. And hopefully, to me at least, that's what these last few days have been about. How can we be better at that? Because I think that it's fair to say, from the moment we opened our eyes on this planet, all we wanted to do was communicate with the people around us. We wanted to tell them what we want, what we think, how they look, how we feel about stuff. And I don't know if much ever changes, right? That's pretty much what we do till the day we die. And communication's tricky. It doesn't always work out as we planned, and sometimes, even though we're doing our very best to tell all these people that we're interacting with what we want and how they can help us experience life, it doesn't always plan out as we'd hope. But at some point we develop and we learn that there are tools that can actually help us talk to one another and enrich the way that we experience the world around us. And if we're lucky, we realize that listening is even more important than talking. And that's part of growing up not only as a person, but as a company and a customer-centric brand. Listening is really, really important. As we grow up, the listening allows us to be part of more cohesive wholes. We get to be better teams. We get to achieve greatness on a whole new level. The world is so much bigger as a result of listening to each other and engaging in a meaningful way. That's how we get wins on the board. Even if I'm not very good at basketball, these guys are, so that should be enough. It's even true on a professional level. For all of the few Optimove people around there, interdepartmental communication. It's all to do with how we talk to each other. Knowing that if I speak to one person in one way, it's going to have a different effect to how I speak to another person. So again, in all aspects of our life, the way that we interact with the people around us is largely stemming from what we learn about them. That's what it comes down to. Being able to whisper into the ear of the individual that you want to talk to. And today, thanks to technologies, and of course such as Optimove, but many incredible technologies around the world, scaling is no longer a problem. We can have that personal relationship. We can whisper into the ear of each and every single customer. And I think that's an incredible thing to be able to say. And of course, this nirvana type relationship where we're happy and laughing on the beach, or in a meadow. That's what we want. That's the type of relationship we want with our customers. And that we can do that, right? That's easy. Well, again, relationships can be tricky. But I think we should give it a red hot try, right? Even if we're going to get burnt a few times, I think it's worth aspiring to greatness and really trying to have that next level engagement with our customers. And even if some of us don't really grow up, and even if some of us struggle to take the next step in communication, we can always fall back on the basics, which is simply listening to our customers. And I think that that's one of the really cool things that has come out. As Moti said, I've been with Optimove for about 5 years. One of the amazing things about working in Optimove is that every single time we release a new version, every single time the product takes a new step, we're listening more to our customers. We're helping you understand what your customers want to a whole new level, and that's truly what this is all about. So in the spirit of flowers and learning and listening and relationships, I figured that we should take a couple of key insights from some creatures that know a little bit more about it than us. Our friend the bird. What a majestic creature is she, right? Let's be honest, they're tweeting, they're chirping, they're making a bloody mess all over the place. But birds are always communicating. They're always vocal. They're fickle creatures. They will fly from one point to another. Change of breeze influences how they behave, but they're vocal. And we've got a lot of customers like that. Fickle, ever-changing customers, but they tell us all the time. They're actively talking to us. So we need to know how to listen to that type of channel. And it's important to remember lessons from these animals when we're going into our marketing. Are we listening to that channel and that form of communication? Our friends the bees, they're not big talkers. You might get a buzz here and there, but generally speaking, they're not overtly, full of themselves and talking all the time. They're creatures of action. If they want to do something, they do a little dance, you know exactly what's going on. We have a lot of customers like that. Even though they're not interacting with us on a verbal basis all the time, their activities speak louder than words. Their actions speak louder than words. So we need to have a very keen eye open for these types of customers. And remember that the data that type of interaction is producing is very, very valuable. Our friends the ants. Does anybody know how ants communicate? Pheromones. Very good. Pheromones. They leave a trail for us. They don't say a word. So again, we've got tons of customers. Even if they're not talking to us, they're not doing a dance, they're very considerate and they leave us a trail. They leave us tons of information about how we can better cater to them. And what's interesting about trails is that they actually go much, much further than actions and certainly much further than words. So there's tons we can learn. And finally, wrong way, sorry. And finally, the trees. Probably one of the most rooted in Mother Nature. These are also things that we can learn from. The trees also are very fickle when it comes to weather, external factors, seasonality. Some of our customers are less motivated by their individual desires and are more reactive creatures. So we also need to be cognizant always of external factors and how they might impact our customers. It's not always about us, and sometimes it's not even about them. So we need to make sure that we're utilizing these cues always in a meaningful way. And as the world gets larger and the data sets increase, we need to continue to keep in mind of all of the new types of information that we can gather on our customers, all of the new and incredible ways we can listen to what our customers are telling us. And obviously that's going to really enrich the way that we can support them. It will also hopefully help us, connect the dots and figure out what they actually want from us. So we can always look at it from that perspective as well. Ultimately, what we want is obviously a financial transaction, but one which is going to be repetitive, one that's going to be sustainable and future-proof, and that is the beauty of a long-term relationship in customer marketing. At Optimove, we've had an amazing year. These are just some of our new family that have joined us. And I want to say that it's amazing to see that not only we've had so much support from so many new companies that have decided to join us on this journey, but again, I wanted to thank all of them and more importantly, all of our customers that have been with us for so many years. It's been a fantastic ride, and it's something that I think is only going to grow further into the future. Also, as Penny mentioned, we've got some new visitors. The visitors stage where we're starting to learn about customers from the very beginning, before they even know they're customers. By the way, these guys think they're tourists. They walked into the wrong plane, they got off, but we're going to make them stay. And it's because we know more about them and we're really going to be able to captivate their hearts and minds before they even know it. They're going to be settling right in, as long as Donald Trump doesn't have anything to do with it. And something else I want to point out is a lot of the time when I talk to clients, they're like, we've got a lot of visitors that come and a lot of new customers that engage with our sites and they're not even there for the right reasons. Maybe they don't know why they're there, but if you're listening carefully enough, if you're unifying their IDs, if you're unifying their behaviors with traits you can explain to them why they're there. Maybe if they're not there for the art and they're just there to, pick up the hot man in the pink shirt, you might be able to entice them with something that actually is much closer to their hearts. As I said, it's been a really big year. An incredible event which occurred just a couple of days ago was our first Customer Advisory Committee meeting. It was amazing. As you can see, we had some of the greatest minds in the world join us. I mean, look, it was more like this, but still, it was really, really epic, and there were some incredible ideas that came out of it. So just wait and see how the collaborative nature of all of you together is going to help drive Optimove forward to the next amazing height. And we're going to level up like never before. As you saw from Penny's presentation, there is no stopping this train. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I think that there is an incredible future in what technology can bring to relationship marketing. And Optimove, without question, stands at the forefront alongside all of these amazing companies that we have the privilege to work with. Who knows what OptiBot will do next? Might even take over the world. Who can say? I don't know. Last but not least, thank you for helping us achieve this incredible milestone that we have. Thank you for using Optimove Insights, using our technology to help your customers shop more than ever, to engage with you more than ever before, and help share the success story that this company has become. We say it a lot, but I'd love to say it again. It is because of the tireless work that our customers and our partners do that this whole thing has been successful. So keep at it. We got your back. Hopefully you've got ours. And I'd also like to thank, as I mentioned, our sponsors, Mobivate, Extreme Push, Dynamic Messaging, incredible sponsors. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank everyone here, especially for posing for this photo earlier. You did a great job. I wanted to take a second, though, to thank probably mostly of all the amazing marketing team. As Penny mentioned, with Amit at the helm, but he doesn't really do much except for wear shiny shoes. There is an incredible marketing department that has put on this phenomenal event. And believe me, the best is yet to come when the drinking begins. So guys, on behalf of everyone here, thank you so much. You've done an outstanding job. And I'm absolutely pumped for Optimove Connect 2018. By the way, registration opens the second I've finished talking, before you go drink at the back. Amit's there with his pink tie, in case you can't see. So yeah, last but not least, please join us for a drink on the roof. Hopefully we'll have more than 2 seats, but if not, we'll stand and we'll make it worthwhile all the same. So to wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much. We love you.